everyone, it's so nice to meet you all. My name is Irene and I'll be your Power BI instructor for this course. So let me ask you, have you ever heard of Power BI? Maybe some of you have used it before, some of you might have just heard the name, and maybe some of you have absolutely no idea what is the Power BI is. Yeah, so that's totally fine, no worries at all, because I'm here to walk through everything. By the end of this course, I promise you will not only be able to answer the question, what is the Power BI, but also build your own dashboard using it. Before we dive in, let me quickly introduce myself. As I said, I'm Irene, and yes, I'll be your instructor for this course. And I started using Power BI at my previous job, especially when I worked in digital marketing. To be honest, 7 years ago, I have no clue what Power BI was, but here I am teaching you today. So just follow along step by step and you'll be great. Now let me show you the outline of this course. There are 7 parts in total. First, we will talk about what data visualization is, and I will introduce you to Power BI, why we use it, and how it helps. Then we will move on to setting up Power BI together, installing, signing in, and getting started. It's super easy. Yeah. Next, we will cover Power Query and DAX. That's we that's where we load and transform data inside Power BI. After that, we will create reports with that visualization, making your data look great and chart and graph. Then we'll learn how to design and share the dashboard, including publishing to the web and or sharing with your team. Okay. So next, finally, we will do hands-on project using a Kaggle dataset. You will build a real e-commerce dashboard from scratch. That's our final stage. Sounds exciting? Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning and building with you. All right, that's it for today. Let's get started in the next lecture. See you there. All right, let's dive in. In this part, we're going to talk about what data visualization is, and I also introduce you to Power BI, what it is and why it's useful. By the end of this section, you will clearly understand why we visualize data and how Power BI fit into that purpose as a powerful BI tool. Ready? Let's go. So, what is a data visualization exactly? In simple terms, it's the graphical representation of data. Instead of reading rows and rows of numbers, we turn that data into charts, graphs, or maps, something visual that's easier to understand at a glance. Okay, let me give you a quick example. On the left, you see a table full of climate data for Chicago. There are monthly highs, lows, precipitations, and more. What about right? Here, yeah. Mm, but that one is exactly same data but visualized. Which one's easier to understand? Well, I'm guessing your eye went straight to the graphs, right? Yeah, that's the point. Our brain are built to recognize pattern visually. Some studies even say that we process visuals 60,000 times faster than text. You can instantly spot patterns here. For example, higher temperature in summer here, and when rainfall peaks here. Yeah, but the important thing is that visualization are not always better. In some cases, especially when you need exact values, a table might actually be more useful and helpful. So when you design a dashboard or report, it's really about choosing the best way to deliver the insight, whether that's a chart, a table, or both. Now let's talk a bit more about why data visualization matters. Let me give you a real example from my own experience. So I just make the fake data what I used before. Yeah, that's not a real data. Yeah, I just made it. Yeah. So when I started um first using Power BI, it was deal with customer call data at work like this. The call center shared low daily reports in Excel with data like call volume, duration, types of inquiries, and so on. But the problem is every team look at the same data differently. Yeah, for example, HR team wanted to know how many agents were needed, and sales team wanted to understand complaint patterns, and managers wanted to spot anomalies or changes in service levels. So I decided to build a dashboard using a Power BI to give everyone a clear, shared view. The dashboard didn't just make the numbers easier to read. It helps each team or everyone make better decisions. So that's the power of good visualization. It makes communication clear, makes pattern easier to see, help catch issues faster, and it supports great storytelling with data. Now, let's talk about some key things to keep in mind when you design your visualization. The first thing is who is your audience? The same data can look very different depending on who you are sharing it with. For example, is your audience a business executive, a product manager, or a beginner? Or maybe it can be a customer, right? Each one has different level of background knowledge. So your chart should match that. Next, choose your chart type wisely. It means is the data categorical or continuous? A pie chart might work for one, but a line chart might work better for the other. And lastly, keep things clean. Don't overload the chart with too much information. Use labels, color, and layout meaningfully to make insight pop without confusion. So what's the Power BI exactly? There are lots of tools out there. Maybe you've heard of Tableau or Looker. But in this class, we'll using Power BI. It's a business intelligence tool made by Microsoft, and it combines data modeling, analysis, and visualization all in one. In my previous job, I used both Power BI and Tableau, so it's depending on the company, I think. But Power BI has a big advantage since it's a part of Microsoft ecosystem, so it connects easily to Excel, Teams, SharePoint, and more or something. Yes, it's powerful, flexible, and very user-friendly, especially if you use other Microsoft tools before. Yeah, so where do you use Power BI in the real world? Honestly, it's everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Here are just a few examples. Sales performance, customer segmentation analysis, marketing campaign performance, supply chain tracking. Yeah, you can use it for any team, any purpose, or any industry. As long as there's a data, there's a dashboard waiting to be built. In the next section, we'll dive into Power BI for the year, starting with how to set it up, install it, and log in. We will go step by step together. So, exciting? Yeah, I am too. Let's jump into next time and build something cool.